CNBC-TV18 and Hindustan Unilever Limited present Lessons in Marketing Excellence, Season 13.
4 outstanding finalists, 1 coveted title. Who will be crowned the champion of India's biggest marketing challenge? We'll find out soon. Hello and a very warm welcome to the grand finale of Hindustan Unilever and CNBC-TV18 present Lessons in Marketing Excellence, Season 13. While the current circumstances could not allow us to be in front of a live audience, we have taken this journey of finding young marketing wizards by going virtual. That, however, in no way has stopped our finalists from presenting some phenomenal ideas to impress our jury members. Let me remind you that each of our finalist teams has had to pass multiple preliminary rounds and face a very tough jury panel before winning the penultimate battle of nerves, the semi-finals. So here's a look at the top 4 teams that made it to the grand finale of Hindustan Unilever and CNBC-TV18 present Lessons in Marketing Excellence Season 13. The first finalist of the finale was the E-Limonators from the Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad. The second finalist of the finale are the Stargazers from the Indian School of Business, followed by Lemonade from SP Jain Institute of Management and Research, Mumbai. And last but not the least, Limelight from the Indian School of Business. Now, each of the teams were given 5 minutes to present their idea to the jury that consisted of the most admired names in India, including advertising and marketing experts and academicians. Here are the jury members. Josie Paul, Chairman, BBDO, India. Avinash Pant, Marketing Director, Facebook. Dipali Nair, Director of Marketing, IBM India and SA. Sri Nandan Sundaram, Executive Director and EVP Food and Refreshments, HUL. Anand Bhaskaran, Head Digital Marketing and Marketing Communications, Big Basket. Priya Nair, Executive Director, Beauty and Personal Care, HUL. Anuradha Sen Gupta, Consulting Editor, Network 18. Partha Sinha, President, Bennett Coleman and Company Limited, The Times Group. Now, along with the esteemed jury, the HUL category heads, marketing managers and faculty members who mentored the top teams also attended the grand finale virtually. The winners from the grand finale round win a ticket to the Global Unilever Case Study Competition, Unilever Future Leaders League 2022. With total prize worth 16 lakhs INR are to be won. It is now time to look at how the presentations went. Team E-Limonators were the first team to face the jury.
A very warm evening to all the jury members present here. In the current context, rapidly emerging consumer trends makes it so essential for all brands to navigate the world of disruption. And in this era, they either embrace that disruption or stand to be destroyed by the disruption. To be a part of this, Team E-Limonators have reimagined Love, Beauty and Planet to include a mental wellness range to leverage emerging consumer trends in this space. An unexplored segment, it holds promise as we see increased importance of mental well-being among consumers and also the rising ease of use of self-care home grooming products. The relevance of these trends has been super accelerated through COVID acting as a catalyst. And unlike other trends, this actually depicts a sustained increase, which we as a team believe will be substantially maintained in the long run.
Yes. So this mental wellness sector is an extremely fragmented market where it has no such big players. And to curb with that, we have segmented it based on the perceived benefits as well as value addition. So we arrive essentially at 4 different segments. First are the conventional users who essentially are very light users and are marginally interested in wellness products, and at times they may also be price conscious. Next, we have the new kid on the block, the one who has recently started using the self-care products, and they get easily influenced by many trends on social media, and that means that they're certainly very active on social media. Following that, we have the self-care clan, who are enthusiastic about innovation, about new products, and they're also keen on using sustainable ingredients. So satisfying their needs state becomes very important. And lastly, we have the polished professionals who are really passionate and knowledgeable about personal care. And they also remain loyal to what they have. So when we look at the probability to win and the segment attractiveness, we find that the self-care clan is the best bet. So here we have Sneha, who is a management consultant who's working in an urban city, and she's really busy. And at the same time, she's concerned because she's super stressed and in a dire need to relax. And she tries using various external services, but it's to no avail. So there's this value gap that we can probably look at. And because recently we have seen that the working hours for her has improved incredibly, and with that has followed additional responsibility.
Perfect. So now, when we are entering a nascent and fragmented segment, we need to substantiate by strong backing data to suggest that there's actually a rising consumer need to be satisfied. And these staggering numbers on the screen actually shows the burgeoning need for action on the part of socially responsible brands. Very interestingly, we can see that there's a widening gap between potential consumers looking to purchase such mental wellness stress relief products pegged at 611% increase, whereas actual sales generation is at a meager 166% increase. This is a sustained trend, and we see that there's an opportunity to be leveraged by purpose-led brands like Love Beauty and Planet. Love, Wellness and Planet, the sister brand that we're going to create for this segment, is here with its big idea: a one-stop DIY self-care mental wellness kit. Our proposition: we want to provide a curated mental rejuvenation experience to our consumers, where they're going to get everything for stress-free experience in one kit. It's going to be available in 3 flavors proven for their soothing properties, and the consumer will have to not go through any hassle of sourcing these different products from different channels. It's going to contain bathing crystals, bath bombs, shower gels, aromatherapy, an array of assorted products, the idea behind which is to generate an immersion bathing experience, which has interestingly been proven to actually result in a much better level of emotional and mental wellness in part of people who engage in those activities. The singular most important thing we want to convince our target is that here we have an all-in-one solution for you and your loved ones to feel pampered and mentally rejuvenated. Now, to create an impact, we need a stellar ad campaign. And here's one. There's only one you. Show yourself some love. We are further dividing this into 2 divisions. First is a pre-curated gift section that we are going to have, focusing on the campaign idea: give your loved ones the gift of care. We have a know yourself test curated by mental health experts, which consumers will be required to undertake. It will generate a mental wellness score on the basis of which a backend algorithm is going to recommend uniquely designed kits for them. They will further have the option to recustomize it if they want to add or delete any items. So this is our way of making the consumer feel valued in their entire de-stress journey.
This is how we plan to visually capture our target audience by retaining the existing branding style of Love, Beauty and Planet, since it is already well established in the psyche of our consumer. Love, Wellness and Planet will be partnering up with some key influential platforms. These will be value-added services which will complement our core product. The customers will be given access to calming Spotify playlists along with memberships for CultFit yoga sessions. Also, to increase awareness, we'll be collaborating with beauty influencers and coming up with weekly podcasts on mental well-being. Coming to paid media channels, we will be tying up with modern retail stores like Nykaa to get featured on their landing page. We will also be coming up with an Instagram campaign, which will be driven by mega beauty influencers. The campaign will consist of 3 short reels by each one of them. The core idea here will be to gift oneself some love and pampering in order to de-stress and relax. Also, along with this, we'll be focusing on sponsored Instagram posts instead of sponsored stories, since these stories can be easily bypassed by consumers and hence fail to create the desired impact. Video advertisements will be streamed on multiple platforms, and these will focus on the real-life consumer stories and shared experiences of working professionals, and will also highlight the rising need to relax and de-stress through self-care. Also, as can be seen in the given images, upon searching for the brand, the Indian website does not appear on top, while it does in the case of a competitor brand. Hence, this is where search engine optimization will play a key role.
That's all that we have, and we are open to any questions.
Yeah, you were presented with a whole bunch of trends that have emerged in the past year as a result of the massive disruption that we've all lived through and are still living through. Why did you zero in on wellness and mental health and well-being?
Yes, definitely. I think the reason why we zeroed in on that is the increasing numbers that we've seen. So interestingly, there's been 43% of young adults who've actually said that post-COVID, their mental wellness has deteriorated to a very great extent. So these numbers, and 89% of Indians on average suffer from stress compared to a global average of 83%. So I think these numbers make it extremely important for big brands and purpose-led brands like Love Beauty and Planet and other HUL brands as well to step into this and actually come up with an idea for people to hallucinate and relax themselves, because increasing stress levels has had an impact on a varied parameters of life, their work efficiency, the way they live every day, increased levels of not being able to interact and communicate. So I think that's where this brand, this idea comes in, as we zeroed in on it because we believe it's one of the most pressing issues of the hour that we should actually tackle and come up with a solution.
Okay.
Excellent presentation there by Team E-Limonators. Time now for a very short break, but stay with us. On the other side, we have 3 more finalists presenting their final pitches to the jury. We'll be right back.
Unilever Limited present Lessons in Marketing Excellence, Season 13.
Hello and welcome back to the grand finale of Hindustan Unilever and CNBC-TV18 present Lessons in Marketing Excellence, Season 13. The hunt for India's next marketing wizards is almost over. We have seen Team E-Limonators present their idea. Team Stargazers are up next. Let's take a look at their presentation.
Good evening, everyone. We have studied how pandemic has completely disrupted the consumer behavior. Our primary and secondary research tells us that after the pandemic, 40% people felt increased anxiety levels. Also, consumers have become much more conscious about the need to boost immunity and wellness, which is why 91% households bought immunity boosting products last year. Interestingly, consumption of Ayurvedic ingredients has shot up by 51%. Further, given the time constraints, people are preferring convenience food options nowadays. Hence, the consumer trends that we have chosen are convenience, Ayurveda, and boosting wellness. As the COVID effect wanes off, the consumer focus has shifted from just immunity to overall wellness. Therefore, clearly, these trends are here to stay. To arrive at a sharp target segment and position the product accordingly, we have used 8 diverse criteria, such as health outlook, economic standing, and other demographic factors. Our target segment should be 22 to 40-year-old working women and men from upper middle class. They have a hectic work life. They try to exercise up to 3 times a week and like consuming healthy food products as much as possible. When we see the consumer journey, a 30-year-old professional feels exhausted by the evening every day. When he goes to a supermarket to find nutritious snacks, unfortunately, he doesn't find any options. He gets disappointed and the vicious cycle continues. We propose to break the cycle. It is important for our youth to maintain a healthy lifestyle, failing which they could soon become a victim of anxiety and plethora of diseases that accompany it. However, self-cooking nutritious food isn't an option for our busy youth. This reflects a huge gap, one that needs to be filled through a convenience food offering by a trusted brand. Here we present Horlicks IU Plus, a range of nutrition-dense premixes that have Ayurvedic ingredients. It already has milk powder and you just have to add hot water to it. And it's ready in less than 30 seconds. We plan to launch 2 variants. First is Almond Turmeric Latte, which is a modern take on India's own Haldi Doodh. The second variant is Choco Moringa, which packs up the goodness of Moringa superfood and taste of dark chocolate. Both the variants have certain additional Ayurvedic ingredients such as ashwagandha, black pepper, etc. and are super high on antioxidants. We plan to launch them at a price of 25 rupees per serve sachet, and they would be sold up in SKUs of 5 and 10 sachets.
So now that we have an optimal value proposition, let's try to overcome the communication challenge. What is the biggest reason for not consuming the right nutrition? A working youth would blame the busy lifestyle. Not anymore with Horlicks IU Plus. We wish to convince the customer that Horlicks IU Plus provides nutrition and the goodness of Ayurveda while effortlessly fitting into his lifestyle. Now, to ensure that we are communicating to the right customer at the right time, we deep dived into the media consumption of our target customer. We mapped out his daily routine, right from the time he wakes up and reads his news to browsing through Instagram at work. With this in mind, let's have a look at the ad campaign video.
Yeah, I'll do it. क्या है यार? अरे क्यों रो रहा है यार? अरे क्या लाइफ बना दी है यार? इतना स्ट्रेस है, ना टाइम ना कोई खाने का हिसाब. रिलैक्स यार. ये क्या है? पिज़्ज़ा. अरे श्रेय, इतने खुश? क्या राज है? Improved nutrition, stronger immunity, and zero stress. Transform your lifestyle in 30 seconds with Horlicks IU Plus.
Okay, so this was our ad campaign, which will be based on the theme of transform your lifestyle in 30 seconds. And although Shrey from our team is available to do the acting, but we plan to rope in Rajkumar Rao as a brand ambassador, who's quite relatable with our target group and is a famous face in OTT today. Our ad will be focused on select sports and news channels because our TG spends 25% of his day on mobile. YouTube and programmatic mobile ads will further amplify the campaign.
In order to become a daily part of consumer lives, we aim to take a content and community-first approach. The content will aim to instantly relate with our target audience, such as using Instagram carousels to highlight the need for them to boost their overall wellness. In the second half of the year, we'll also launch our national IU Plus My Story campaign. This will be a user-powered campaign where users will showcase their lifestyle transformation using IU Plus. We aim to launch one of India's biggest community platforms, Wellness Matters, your one-stop destination for everything wellness. We'll build engagement through content such as Ask Me Anything sessions, blogs, and nutrition quizzes. As per a media study, 22 to 40-year-olds spend more than 20% of their social media times on memes or viral trends. Thus, we aim to invest in moment marketing, successfully pioneered by Amul and Zomato as one of the smartest ways to create buzz in the market without spending any money. Before they buy, they need to try. We aim to induce 30 lakh trials over the first year, which will represent almost 30 to 35% of our target base. Our major idea here is to bundle with a free sample with Horlicks Protein Plus to explore the synergies within our target group. With Swiggy Instamart, we aim to focus on hyperlocal sampling. We also plan to sample at 100 plus cult fit centers. Cred with its 6 million premium customers will help us enable discovery and provide social gratification through gamification. We'll also aim to partner with Mumbai Marathon by becoming their official drinks partner. Partnership with the leading airlines program, such as Indigo's Premium 6C program, will give us access to almost 40 lakh monthly business travelers looking for convenience. Thus, against planned sales of 28 crores, we arrived at a marketing budget of approximately 22 crores with potential reach of up to 12 crore individuals. These spends will be focused on three major buckets: awareness, performance, and trials. Since our focus in the first year is brand building, a lion's share of 15 crore in the first year will be spent on awareness. Once our awareness campaigns catch speed, we'll begin performance from the second month and gradually increase intensity and start retargeting. For example, a user who's engaged with our ads on YouTube will also be shown those ads on Google. From the first month, we will also aggressively focus on building habits by investing in trial-inducing campaigns. We've done detailed calculations for reach, impression, and budget. Some of the important spends we've kept aside are a separate budget of 2.5 crore for Rajkumar Rao, 1 crore towards a range of influencers from micro to macro, a dedicated spend of 2 crore towards our content creation vision. We have an ambition to reach 300 crore in sales by year 5 from 28 crore in year 1. Some of the parameters to arrive at these numbers include size of our target market, 85 lakh consumers in the first year based on a top-down calculation, percentage of customers we'll acquire, 4% in the first year based on our marketing spends and brand reach of Horlicks. Average SKUs purchased every year, 15 in the first year based on acquisition of new users and repeat purchase cycles. Our approach is not to enter a wide width of cities, but instead focus on the depth of every market. Thus, we aim to begin with a pilot in Mumbai and then expand to Bangalore, Delhi, NCR in the first year itself. Finally conclude, while on-the-go consumption is gaining importance, customers still don't want to compromise on the nature of food they're consuming. Thus, Horlicks IU Plus is well poised to fully capitalize on the shift towards long-term wellness, Ayurveda, and convenience. We truly believe that IU Plus can disrupt the way India consumes its nutrition. Thank you.
So one nice presentation, team. One question I had is there are plenty of Ayurvedic players in the market, right? And you've identified a few as well in your presentation. So what makes this product different? Number one. Number two, in all of these products, customers have good intentions, but how do you translate that into a habit such that they kind of keep using it?
Right. So I'd like to take that. So the first part where you mentioned about competitors, so there are 2-3 aspects to it. First of all, we studied some of the competitors like Vadam, Orica, Viva, Moonbrew and all who have products in the space, but none of these products have milk powder already. So that adds another step, which is why our product provides the convenience. And second and very important point, HUL is a trusted brand and none of these competitors are big enough right now in terms of the scale, distribution or the trust factor. That's second. And lastly, we've also studied the value for money which we are providing. So many of these competitors like Auric and Moon Brew, they're selling bigger volume SKUs and thereby price per sachet is down. But when a customer is trying a new product, they won't want to invest so much money. Their products are in the range of 1,500 to 2,000. While our plan is to even serve single serve sachets and SKUs of 5. So one, that is our lead into making it a habit. And also secondly, coming to your second part, so our role of the product essentially. So we are providing refreshment along with the functionality aspect. So our product is tasty as well as it has benefits of Ayurveda to maintain the nutrition levels, right? So the youth which is busy and in office it's working, they want to take a quick break in the evening. So rather than eating something unhealthy, they can prepare a quick drink of almond turmeric latte or a choco moringa and feel refreshed as well as have their nutrition at the same time.
Wow, that was a wonderful presentation by Team Stargazers.
CNBC-TV18 and Hindustan